Hey, what's up, guys? This is Michael, and I'm actually starting a weekly thoughts video, and this is my first one. Again, never done it before, so just give it a shot here, and again, kind of give you an update what's going on in my world. Obviously, the NCAA tournament's going on right now, and I can't speak for everybody, but my brackets are pretty much done. In fact, in one league I'm in. I'm just looking up the current standings. I'm tied for 23rd. In another league, I have two entries. One, I'm tied for 64th. One, I'm tied for 214th. So obviously those are, again, pretty much done, but that's okay. Additionally, I'm in these Sweet 16 pools, so meaning when the Sweet 16 started Thursday, you selected the teams to advance just like you would for the tournament, but again, it started with the Sweet 16. However, in those two brackets, I'm doing pretty bad as well. In one, I'm tied for 121st, and the other 148th. So again, hopefully your brackets are doing much better. But with that said, if you've seen much of my personal channel, I'm a big Kentucky basketball fan. Obviously, this was not our year. In fact, we got beat last week in the second round by Iowa State, and just again wasn't ideal. But at the same time, a lot of teams lost, so we weren't the only one. And one other thing to note for the NCAA tournament, I'm also in this fantasy basketball league for college players that are only in the tournament. So basically how it works is as they score points, right, just like in any fantasy sport, right, basketball, football, whatever. But the trick with this one is that the other categories don't count. So it's, again, strictly points. So basically, you want to draft players that you feel, A, will advance, but also score points. And on my team, I had Trevin Brazile from Arkansas, Blake Buchanan from Iowa State, Tremont Mark from Texas, Trey McKinney from Michigan, Dylan Mitchell from St. John's, and Darren Peterson from Kansas. And the only one that is still alive in the tournament is Trey McKinney from Michigan. And actually right now I'm sitting in first place, but there's a bunch of players, a bunch of other people rather, that have players that are playing today and tomorrow. So hopefully Michigan, in terms of that fantasy league, continues to win, so I have a chance of at least winning some money from that. So all right, moving on to another update. If you aren't aware, unfortunately Tiger Woods was arrested yesterday on suspicion of DUI. Now again, I don't know much more than that. Obviously it's all over the news and everything, but it's very unfortunate. I'm a big Tiger Woods fan as a golfer, and I hope that he obviously recovers, and if he needs extra help, rehab possibly, or whatever it might be, that he can get it, and again, hopefully gets back to the course at some point. I know that he was planning to play, or at least attempt to play, in the Masters in a couple weeks, so fingers crossed that he's able to do that. But again, his mental health obviously is more important. So, in case you didn't know, I do live here in Las Vegas, and I've been here almost 10 years, so it would be 10 years in May, actually. But I bring that up because obviously March is still here, and it is incredibly hot for March, and especially hot for Vegas. In fact, last week there were a few days that the weather was in the high 90s, and again, that's very unusual for March, and hopefully it starts cooling down, so we shall see. And again, this is my first time doing this weekly update, so these are just things that I follow, or kind of interest of mine. Obviously, some of you are into the same things, and if you're not, that's fine too. But the main reason, again, is I also want to be more comfortable talking in front of a camera, and a buddy of mine actually started a podcast called the 859ers, and us being big Kentucky fans and being from there originally, we decided to start it. And if you have a chance, check it out. I'll put the link in the description. But again, that's one reason why I'm doing this. So anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And if you are rooting for any teams in your brackets, then good luck, and I hope you win some money. So again, thanks for watching, and take care. Peace.